Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So, last class we have discussed about plotting the different kinds of rational numbers on the number line. Different kinds of fractions, different kinds of rational numbers. So, we have also discussed infinitely many rational numbers will be there between any two rational numbers. If you choose two rational numbers, you can find infinitely many just by multiplying and dividing with the hundreds or 200s, or you can multiply with 90s, 20s. But dividing and multiplying should be done with the same number, as you should not disturb the fraction or rational numbers we can say. Today's class we are going to learn a new topic which is different from the previous class. Does anyone tell me, is this a rational number? Is this a rational number? Can anyone justify me for that? Explain the reason in your own words. Yes, stand up. Stand up. Yes, louder. What is the class? 5 by 2. 5 by 2. Okay. You meant 52 by 10. You are right. Sit down. So it can be expressed as 52 by 10. Is that 52 is an integer, 10 is an integer. Both are in P by Q form. That is very important. Another important thing is, please be silent. Last benches. The denominator is not equals to 0. That is why we are calling 5.2 is also a rational number. So today we have just converted the decimal to rational, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
To rational. We can also convert, not every time I meant to say, we can also convert rational to decimal also.
Yes, sir.
This conversion we are interested in discussing today. So before me actually discussing, let us see how many kinds of decimals are there. Okay. Let me write the first kind of decimal. I will name the decimal later. Okay. Or there is a similarity between these three decimal numbers. Can anyone predict what is the similarity, sameness in all of these three numbers? What? Yeah? Louder. 0. 0.6. No. I'll tell you. All these decimal numbers are ending. These are not getting repeated, isn't it? There is an end for this. 0.6 means 0.6 only. You are not writing as a long division, long expression. You are not writing as 0.6666 like that, isn't it? So such decimal numbers we can call it as terminating decimals. What do we call? Terminating decimals. What is the meaning of terminating? Stopping. These are not getting repeated. Any of these decimals are not getting repeated. If you carefully see. So these are called terminating decimals. Let us look at the second kind. Sometimes on dividing a number, just like 2 by 3, you will get repeated digits in the decimal. You want to get a perfect value, but the values soon after the decimal will be repeating again and again. If you carefully observe it or not. Just like sometimes you might have seen 2.0.6666, it goes on. Just like if you divide 2 by 3, 2 by 3, 0.06, 18. Subtraction 2. As there is already point 0, 6, 18, 2, 0, 6, 18. So this goes on. There is no stopping for this repetition. If you carefully observe it or not. So these kind of decimals are called non-terminating but repeating. Understood?
Yes,
These
sir.
are not terminating, non-stopping, right? If you carefully
Yes,
observe it or not, all these things will be repeated again and again. Isn't it? So these kind of decimals are called non-terminating, repeating, or you can say recurring. Recurring or repeating is same. Okay? Non-terminating as it is not stopping, non-terminating, recurring. So this decimal place of 6 is continuing again and again. We can also represent this number as 0.6 bar. You can simply put a bar on the 6 that tells us the 6 is repeating after the decimal. Understood? Just like 17.834. I have bar on the 3-4. What does it mean? As it is, the before part will be written as it is. 17.8, but 3-4 is repeating. So 3-4, 3-4, so on. Understood? So these kind of decimals are called non-terminating. First one, and recurring or repeating. Understood? Let me write the name. Non-terminating and repeating or recurring. You can write repeating also, no problem at all. Understood? Let us look at the third type of decimal. It is quite different from these both. It is also non-terminating and also non-repeating. Understood? You might have not seen this example anywhere so far. You might have seen these both. On division you will be getting continuous digits. This non-terminating and recurring. And these decimals are quite common in our textbooks, in our daily life also. So the third thing is minus 7.83, 4, 2, 5, 6, 1, 8, 3, 2, like that. It repeats. Understood? There is no terminating for this decimal. So we call it as non-terminating. And there is also no any repetition in the decimals also. You cannot put bar on any of the digits. So you can also tell it as non-recurring. So we call these kind of decimals as non-terminating, non-repeating or recurring. Understood?
Yes,
So,
sir.
totally, how many kinds of decimal numbers are there?
3 types.
3 types. Very good. What is the first one? Terminating. Very good. Second one? Non-terminating. Very good. And recurring. Third one? Very good. So, these are the decimal numbers. So, before this discussion itself, we have seen converting a decimal number into a fraction or rational number. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Let us see how many of these decimal numbers can be converted into rational numbers. Do you think all these decimals can be converted into rational numbers? No. Do you think so? All these can be converted? Yes or no? If no, among these, what are cannot be not converted? Last one?
The last one is
Last one cannot be converted. I don't know whether it can be converted or not. Last one cannot be converted. Let us treat this one. Second one is also not cannot be converted. First one can be converted. We have seen already. Let us check whether this is true or not. Okay? So first of all, let me convert a rational number into decimal form, and then going for the decimal to rational. Okay? Let me take a rational number. 7 by minus 7 by 2. Okay? Let me divide that minus 7 with 2. As it is minus, you need to multiply with some minus, then only you get the minus 7. Okay? So, minus you will put directly. So, how many times 7 goes in 2? What is the nearest number?
3.
Yes, 2 3s are 6. Very good. Subtract.
1.
Minus
No. Do not subtract. As we have put already the minus, neglect it. Just consider the normal division. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Forget about the minus, as you already put the minus as the quotient. Okay? Consider the normal subtraction. 7 minus 6. 1. Very good. So, 1 you cannot divide. So, you are going to put a decimal and add 0 here. How many times? 2 5s are 10. So, minus 7 by 2 equals to how much? Louder. Minus 3.5. So, we have converted a rational number into decimal number. Yeah. Yeah. Open up. Yes. Bar between these two numbers. You need to have, I'll tell. You need to have continuous bar, otherwise this number also, this kind of number also irrational. I will explain this concept at the end of the session. Okay, without finishing of these three numbers, you cannot predict 764 is there after them. Can you tell the end of these three numbers? 352, 352. Can you tell me where is the ending of these three numbers? No? Yes? No, we cannot tell. That is why you cannot put 764 after them. Understood? Okay. Are you all clear with this example? Let us move on to the another rational number which can be converted into decimal. Just like before, I have taken 2 by 3, I am going to take another number 1 by 7. Let me divide this. 7. 1. What do I need to do? 1 cannot be divided easily. Very good. Point. It brings the 0 in the along with the 1. No, fast. Okay? Here. So we have inserted a point such that it brings 0.
Yes, sir.
Now divide. The one is greater than 7. How many times? 1 time. Very good.
3.
Subtract 3. As there is already a point, we can put a 0 here. So how many times? Yeah. Explain this to me. 7, 4, 28. 2. How many times? How many times? How many times?
7
Very good. 7 2s are 14. 6. 0. How many times? 8. Very good. 7 8s are 56. 4. How many times?
0.
How many times? 40. 7 5s are 35. Very good. 5. 0. 49. I've got 1 here. Let me continue that same here. 1. So 1 is good. We can put as there is decimal 0. How many times? 0.142857 is already there. 1 time 7 3. If you carefully look, this process will again repeat. 10 7, right? So this process will again repeat. That means I will get the same repeating digits as 1 4 2 8 5 7. Again after this, I will again get 1 4 2 8 5 7. Okay. So you tell me, where do I need to put the bar on the numbers? Which of the digits? 1 4 2 8 5 7. Sorry. 2 8 5 7. On these numbers, I can put a bar to represent 1 by 7. So 1 by 7 is called 0.142857. Bar on these digits as these are repeating. Okay, clear? So we have also converted a rational number into decimal form. You all hear this? Let me introduce two new things to you for these kind of non-terminating but repeating. So there is something called period. Period is the repeating digits in the non-terminating repeating digits. What are the repeating digits?
1 4 8 5 7.
So these digits are nothing but period. Periodicity is another thing. Periodicity means the number of digits repeating. Understood? We have seen 1 4 2 8 5 7 is the period because these are the digits repeating. How many number of digits are repeating? 6. So 6 is the periodicity for this. These two things would help us in our future representations, in our future conversion. Remember this very easily. So, yeah, yourself. Yeah. What is the period in this? Louder? 7. Very good. Because 7 is the repeating digit. Sit down. Yourself. What is the periodicity of this? Period is the 7. Periodicity is different from this. 1. Very good. Sit down. Can you tell me why periodicity is 1? Louder. Period is 7. No, it is different. Sit down. Can anyone tell me why periodicity is 1 here? Yes. There is only one digit is repeating. Here if you see, total 6 digits are repeating. So we have made the periodicity as 6. Here period means the repeating digits. Simple. Here also the period is 7 as 7 is the repeating digit. And periodicity is 1 as there is only one number. That is 7. Only one number is repeating. Clear? So we have converted rational numbers into decimal numbers. Let us focus on how to convert decimal numbers into rational numbers. Understood? It is quite easy. The first part is already known to you. Have you all noted this? Even not this? Please note down simultaneously. What did I write? Quicker, be quicker. Please be silent. I can hear some murmuring from that. Always white and so energetic. Please maintain that. This section. Can I have this part?
Yes, sir.
Be writing the second one faster. Meanwhile, I'll note down the problem. Over. Faster, faster, big, big. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, before turning a decimal number to rational number, I would like to recall a thing which is discussed in your 7th class, which is very important for us now. Some multiplication and some division about the decimal number. You all may be knowing. So let me have this representation. This is a decimal number. Okay. If I multiply it with 10, what does happen? Can anyone tell me directly the result? No one knows?
No, answer will be big, sir.
Answer?
Will be big.
Very
Very
big.
long.
What?
Very long, sir.
Very long. Okay, let me do the actual multiplication and see. So all zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 digits, 6 zeros.
Yes.
Multiplication with 1. You forget about the decimal for a time. Okay? Okay, all ones. So 2, 3, 8, 7, 5, 1. 0, 2, 3, 8, 7, 5, 1. So how many digits we need to keep? So after 4 digits, we are going to keep the decimal.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4. So it is 157. Even if it is there 0, you can neglect the 0 soon after a decimal. Or if you wish, you can keep it.
Sir, 3 plus 0.
Yeah. What? Let me. If you see the result, what happened is the decimal is transferred towards right side on multiplication with 10. Okay? You all clear? All the digits are same, but the decimal is just transferred towards right, as there is 1 0 in the multiplication. If I multiply it with 100, the digits transformation will be 2 digits, as there are 2 zeros in the 100. That means the answer would be transferred 2 digits. This would be the answer. So directly you can multiply, directly you can tell the answer without doing actual multiplication. Understood? It is transferring the decimal towards right on multiplication according to the number of zeros. Okay, you all clear? 0.001832 into 10. Who will tell the answer? Who is ready to tell the answer? It's quite similar. Yeah, yourself. 0.01832. Very good. She just transferred the decimal towards right, as this is multiplication, towards right according to the number of digits. That is 1 digit. So she transferred till here. So instead of telling 0, 0, you can directly tell 0 because before decimal and after decimal there are no actual numbers in between, just like 1 or something. You can neglect the zeros or you can keep it also. There is nothing wrong. 007 is nothing but 7. 009 is nothing but 9. Just like that, you can neglect the zeros which are leftmost to the decimal, except that 1 0. So you can tell 0.01832. If you understand how to transfer the decimal according to the number of digits, it's quite easier. Let me give another example. Yeah, yourself, ready?
7, 8,
3.2. So she just sit down. She just transferred the decimals towards right side. But how many digits she transferred?
3.
How many digits you transferred from here?
1.
Only 1. But the number of zeros are
3.
So you need to transfer the decimal towards right side for 3 places. Like 1, 2, 3. What do we need to have? What do you need to put here? 0. Very good. So the answer will be 7832.0. Or you can directly write 78320. Just like 10.0 is nothing but 10 rupees. Okay. So you are clear what should be done when the multiplication is done with the hundreds, tens, etc. Let us look what to be done when it is division. It is quite similar, but the opposite action you need to do. Previously, on multiplication with tens or hundreds or lakhs, you transfer the decimal towards the right side. Right side. Okay? According to number of digits. Here, what do you need to do? You need to transfer the decimal towards left side. That is also according to the number of digits only. Understood? Clear? This is easy actions. Instead of doing the long divisions with the 10 to this number, you can just transfer. Understood? So the answer will be yes, louder. 1.782. Easier, very good. Let me write another thing. Now, same thing you need to do. If you do it on paper and tell me also, no problem for me. Yeah, who knows the answer? It's quite similar to you. What you have done here on division, transformed the decimal towards left side according to the number of digits and the denominator. Understood? Similar thing you need to do here. Yes.
0.02.
0. 3.2. Let us look. So, which side you have transformed the decimal? Right side or left side?
Right side.
But what you have to do on division?
Left side.
Yes. So this answer is wrong. I'm expecting the answer, I think. Yes. Do it on paper, it will be easier. Yes, that is why I told you at the starting of this presentation. No one knows the answer. It is just transferring according to the number of zeros in the denominator.
0.
Yeah?
0. 0.
0. 0.0000. One more 0. 32. Minus is there. Careful. You need to put the minus also. Yeah. Yeah, please. How many digits do I need to transfer? 3 digits. Which side do I need to transfer? Left side. Very good. Let me do that. 1, 2, 3. So the point is here. All the left places, blank spaces can be filled with 0. So exactly what you have said. 0, 0, 0. But what about these two zeros? What about these two zeros? Yeah. What about these two zeros? You cannot neglect them. Those are in between 3, 2 and this point. Understood? So the answer would be 0.0000, another 0, 3, 2. We all clear with this? Just note, whenever it is transferring, you just note down the exact decimal and try to shift the decimal. Even I don't know, even I get confused and made many wrong answers during my 9th class and 8th class. Okay, try not to do that. Try to put that on paper, it will be more clear for you. So, transfer and remind spaces will be filled with zeros. According to that, you write the actual number which you could see easier. 0.000032. And do not neglect the minus sign. There was minus sign. You need to put that minus sign again to the answer. Understood? So, this is the transformation we have studied today. So, these two things, multiplication with tens and hundreds or lakhs, and division with tens, hundreds, thousands will help us in tomorrow's class of converting a decimal into rational form. Let us discuss that tomorrow. So let us revise what all the things we have learned today. At first, we have seen 3 types of decimal numbers. Can anyone tell me, stand up and tell me what all those 3 kinds? Yes, louder. Terminating decimal, very good. Non-terminating, recurring decimal. Sit down, sit down. What is the left out rational number? Decimal number. Terminating, non-terminating, recurring. Another thing? Non-repeating, yes. But the third one is non-terminating, non-repeating decimal number. So we have seen that. So we have also seen how to convert a rational number into decimal number. We have done the actual division for that and represented that. Sometimes while converting a fraction or a rational number towards the decimal number, the repetition of digits will take place. So when there is a repetition of digits takes place, how do you represent? You need to put a bar on the repeated digits. So in this, what is the period? Very good. What is the periodicity? Very, very good. You are clear with this. These things we have discussed. We have also discussed in the few previous classes concept, that is multiplication with decimal multiplication with hundreds, lakhs, tens, etc. So on multiplication, on which side the decimal moves? Towards right or left? Multiplication, right side the decimal move. On division, very good, left side. According to that, the remaining blanks will be filled with the spaces. You will write the exact answer on the as an answer. Understood? Thank you. We'll discuss the new topics in the next class.
Thank you, sir.